makes their car a blue color like this? Like, really? Like, what a blue, like, man blue. That right there's like Tiffany blue. It already stalled as soon as he fired it up. Like, that right there's like Tiffany blue. Funny enough, he's married to Tiffany. There's something about that, right? Hello, I am Chris, and welcome to
Gearhead 704.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? What's up, everybody? I am Chris, and welcome to Gearhead 704, done impromptu via Infamous Project, and I have the man himself standing here behind me. Well, he's not in North Carolina anymore, and I don't know why you would have a car painted.
Must be a girl's car.
Is this Tiffany blue?
The whole video is going to be a blooper. Yeah, this must be my wife's car. I mean, who would paint this girly color?
Tiffany blue is a little bit more green, so like, man, you didn't even get that right.
No.
Like, did they mess up the paint when they mixed it?
Hold on, let me get my FoxBody card. I think I have to give it to you. Can you believe that I'm an influencer with a car this color? I mean, who would do that?
Well, it's not that all bad, because you know what? It's Tar Heel blue.
It is. That's the truth.
That's the truth. So in all seriousness though, guys, the car is Tar Heel blue. It belongs in North Carolina. Anybody in North Carolina sees the car is gonna know what it is and why it is that color. Like, you can literally go to places in North Carolina and like everything is this color. Like, people paint their nails this color. They wear head to toe. Like,
Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Just watch any Tar Heel event.
College basketball.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, slam dunk champion of All-Star, whatever year that was, Toronto Raptor, former Toronto Raptor, super cool dude. He was Tar Heel. Michael Jordan.
Maybe you've heard of him. Maybe you've heard of
Have
Jordan.
you heard of Michael Jordan? Also Tar Heel. So all of these amazing people have been draped in this color that you see on this car. You know what? We got really lucky because the sun just came out.
Yeah. So you can do one of those cinematic things.
You want to do one of those?
Go ahead, you try.
All right.
Yeah. I'll put music to it, guys. I'm making Chris do this today.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We got a little bit of a nice preview with the color in the sun. And you know, when I was going around it, I saw the sticker here and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's your car.
My car.
But why do you put a sticker on your car right there, Matt?
There's a reason for it. We'll go ahead and get into this. But yeah, so I had this very nice, if they wonder what the name of the car was, check it out. It's right there.
Oh, there we go.
TarHeelFox from Grand Design Mats. They hooked me up with this, and I love a good trunk liner. I feel like the hatchbacks have a good liner, but the coupes and the convertibles kind of get left out, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I asked Tiffany to help me install this, and you know, you can see these little things here. You gotta drill them out.
Oh, that's cool, because they're almost like they're covered with carpets. Yeah. It kind of blends right in. Yeah,
so actually they do a great job. Grand Design Mats, if you want something similar, they can do whatever you want. But I said push harder, and when she did, and I had the wrong drill bit, she went right through. So if you feel it.
Like there's actually, like she went through just like an Audi.
It's an Audi. It's an Audi, not all the way through. It just,
you know what, I got two Audis. I got an Audi on each one of my fenders from the inner fender screw. Because the car's too low, tire hit it, so I got some Audi done. So I know what that's about.
But
you know,
actually,
it happens.
I believe it because most people don't know. They think it's my car. My car covers it well, and it's kind of cool, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. So the car was white originally.
It was Oxford white.
Oxford white, and this isn't your first FoxBody, and I know the story. Yeah, the story is actually quite funny and humorous because, again, Tiffany was involved. Like, Tiffany's involved in everything that's going on.
It's almost like she's part of my life.
So, Matt, tell us, how'd you end up with this car? Like, why did you end up with this car?
Okay, the real reason, you know, back, the movies in the 90s, you think about Menace to Society, that was a convertible, I believe. A Basic Instinct convertibles. Go back and look at any 90s movies, and they had convertibles mainly as the feature car for a FoxBody in those movies. And so I always thought the Birds were the coolest. They were the highest price, the fully loaded GT convertible. And they're GTs, they're GTs. And so I always wanted one. And that was the FoxBody I wanted. Drop the top, cruise, whatever. You've got the Stalker, you know. I had a red burgundy one, and 88. Tiffany was following me. We were dating at the time. We were engaged. And as she was following me, I stopped at a stop sign. She thought I turned right. I did not. She hit me in her Honda Accord. Her hood was all messed up. And yeah, she actually bent the frame. Bent the frame.
He married this woman.
Yeah. we were engaged, and I still married her.
True
honestly,
love.
She's great.
True love. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's like no big deal.
That's why you painted it Tiffany's blue.
Back to that. Well, yeah, so it's Oxford white, but so anyway, this car though, how I got it was after that, how could any wife say no? So once this one came up for sale, I said, hey babe, white convertible, same thing, fully loaded. Said, hey, can I buy this? She was like, yes, right away. Please correct my mistake. And that was in 2004.
So you got like a blank check as a result. So you got like that, oh my gosh, I just ruined, you know, your prized possession, your car, your freedom, your everything. You know what I mean? So.
And I still married her.
And you still married her.
Still put a ring on.
Yeah. Here's the car. Obviously, it was the replacement vehicle. It was Oxford white. What happened first? Like, did you go performance mods or was it paint?
I did.
Like, what was some of that process?
Yeah, let me walk you through some of that. So one of the things is the top at that time was actually a blue top as well. So it was Oxford white with blue.
Right. Which has got my favorite white and blue interior.
Yeah, let's show them.
Which is full of your, like, I sell cakes on the corner.
I had the seats recovered, but you can see.
Is this a reupholstery kit?
Yeah, it was from 2006. I think it was TMI. I'm not sure, honestly. It's done so long ago.
This actually looks better than what you get today.
It is. I think it's better. The carpet was redone back in 06. Now, the door panels are still original, and I don't think... Let's go pop the other side, because I want to show you one thing on the door panels. Let's check this out. These are cigarette burns. She was a smoker. Right. And I kind of like it again, because that
keeps the history.
Yeah, I mean, she got the car, she was 18. She got this fully loaded at 18, GT convertible, and I have not really redone the interior, other than the seats. I've recovered the seats and new carpet.
You got new pedal covers on there.
Yeah, I do have that.
You got upgraded sound system. You got the plug and chug.
I do, I still have the plug and chug. Yeah, sit in there, man.
So not everybody knows, man, so here's one thing about this car too. So if you guys know anything about convertibles, the seats don't recline properly because of the rear plastics, so things don't hit. And Matt is a monster, you know, he was
I'm 6'5".
Yeah, he was a baller, right? So, you know, these basketball guys, like,
let's get some more light in here.
I'm 6 foot, like, on the nose, or I make the joke that I'm
you're not short, but
I'm 5'12". The thing is, I actually have a long torso, so like my legs are not as long as some people's would be. And well, like, look at this. I don't even think I could go wide open throttle. Like, if I want, I can't. Like, look at.
I got the seat extenders.
So the nice other thing about the convertible for Matt is, like, he's sort of sitting in here. Look where his head is.
See, this is
like, look at his, I'm gonna get a side profile. Like, if he was in the seat with the, no, keep the window up. All right, that's part of the. All right, see, like, look at that.
It does. I can hit my head on the bar.
Yeah, so obviously with the seat reclined here and everything else, you know, you can fit in the car, but like that wouldn't be a comfortable drive. You know, these cars suck. You really can't have people in the back.
And the top was replaced because it was the blue, and but it's destroyed.
Right.
It was destroyed. So
did you do probably all the seals and everything?
New top.
And let me guess, it still leaks.
It does, because I haven't been through Matt from Fox Restos. He can get them adjusted
right. And then you get all your windows, make sure all this stuff lines up and all that.
The leak isn't too bad. It has to be a pretty bad downpour, because I drive my car. You can come look at the Dakota digital cluster here.
Yeah.
That was an upgrade, an unnecessary upgrade, but I think I've still got one of the trip meters on here. There you go. I haven't reset it, but it's about 10,000 miles since I swapped the motor in.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you went through a couple motor iterations.
I did. Maybe we should talk about that real quick, because I think we did cover most of the interior, but yeah, plug and chug's still here. This doesn't work. This is broke. Ashtray door's broke. This is broke. So, you know, it's a weathered interior.
Oh, look at this. I see there's an extra number here.
Yeah, you know, most people just like to put 6 on there.
Yeah.
It's legit. It's a T56 Magnum.
Right.
And they may wonder why, because I drive it, so it's nice to have that 6 gear.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So let's pop the hood. actually tend to agree with you, Chris. I know that you say that it looks better sometimes convertibles with the top up.
Yeah.
I think mine kind of does too, with everything blacked out. But
did you consider a white top, like just with the white and blue interior?
You know, at that point, I wasn't sure that I was going to paint it Tar Heel blue, so that's why I went with black top. So I had multiple paint options.
Got you.
Now a white top would look good on it for sure.
Right.
Engine-wise, when I got it, it was the bone stock 302, of course, one owner. It was all stock when I got the car.
Yeah.
I had a 331 stroker put in, DSS 331. The shop that installed it for me, I guess, I don't know, they messed something up and it burned oil like crazy.
Right.
I had the engine rebuilt by a different shop, 331. Same thing, burned oil like crazy. I burned a quart every 200 miles.
Unreal.
Yeah, and so this engine that's in here now, and by the way, I made this mistake, so hope you guys do not make this mistake, but the 302 that was in it, there was nothing wrong with it. I should have just put a head cam intake on it, but I went to the shop and they're like, you need a stroker, and I let them talk me and upsell me.
Right, so essentially you're opening everything up, it wasn't broke, you decided to fix it anyways.
Yeah, yeah, and it still broke twice. So I finally got fed up with it. I got Matt from Fox Mustang Restoration, started working with him, and he's like, you know what, you had this other coupe project, Nemesis, which how it will eventually look, Nemesis my coupe.
Right.
Right, but I took the engine out of this, and that's what's in here. And this first time
so it's a stock bottom end.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, still stock bottom end. Well, yeah, it is. It does have a cam, but that's not really, you're talking about pistons, rods off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a 306, because it was rebuilt once by Ford. Back in like, I don't know, man, sometime in the early 2000s. They made it a 306, and now it's, you know, a heads cam intake, a trick flow stage 1 cam, trick flow street burner intake, 170cc.
Any
heads.
dyno numbers or?
Yeah, it made 287.
287 and custom tune.
Yeah, it's still got the stock ECU, but it does have Rob from Power Curve Motorsports tuned my ECU. The 331 I took out of here is going to eventually go back into Nemesis again.
Right.
Because I'm making a 349. He has to punch it 40 over.
Right. So you're repurposing what went bad.
Exactly. But I love it because I drive it now. You know, it's almost 300 wheel.
Yeah.
I drove it up here from Charlotte. You know, what is that? I don't know, 600 miles or something.
Yeah. No, and I think the 300 number is actually really good drivability, like on the street. If you drive and enjoy your cars. And back to the point of what happened, you know, I know that I don't necessarily get into a lot of motor and mod talk. You know, I don't think you do necessarily either. Neo Mustangs is probably your guy to check out there because he's always racing stuff.
Yeah,
but
shout out his channel.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in mods, I think that this, and Matt actually touched on it with my Stalker Vert video, that sometimes simplicity or less is more. Like, people get down the rabbit hole of these mods, and you had to kind of go through a couple iterations as a result, when in the end you didn't actually really need what you were sold. Like, sometimes you think you need it, but like, come on.
I'm so happy now.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful car. It's a cruiser, it's a convertible. Like, he's not out trying to street race in this. He's trying to have a good time and please Tiffany.
Hey, yeah, always. But you know what? It sounds good. So one of the first mods I made was exhaust, and I put Flowmasters on it. Well, it doesn't sound as good as that one. But I put Flowmasters on it in 2005 when I got the car, 2004. And they're still on there. So maybe this would be a good segue. I can crank it up and give a little rev.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's the old school. Back then they called them American Thunder 2-chamber.
Right.
American Thunder
Proper 2-chamber, because now they're what, Super 44s?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, I think you're right.
Stop showing off.
Really though, I mean, like, you drive it that many hours, it looks cool, it sounds like that.
Yeah.
I think that's all you need.
Yeah, and you know, you got some pretty good tuning as well. There's a little bit of black, which is good. Running a little bit rich, so you're not lean. You know, things are conservative.
Yeah, I do have XPEL actually, Chris. I got it painted. You can feel some of it here. I don't know if people know that, but I have XPEL on the car because I drive it so much. So
yeah, you want to protect the paint. Yeah, keep it good.
And it's, you know what, my favorite thing about it, it makes it really easy to clean the bugs off honestly, versus the paint.
Is there anything, like, obviously we talked about all of the good stuff about the car.
Actually, we missed a big one. I just thought of it. It was originally a GT white. It's not a GT anymore.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's one of those things. Like, obviously the wheels were changed with Cobra wheels, but actually the whole kit. You got the whole Cervini kit, I presume.
So whole Cervinis. You know, the GT would have this here, obviously.
So. Yeah, you'd have a scoop back here. You'd have a scoop in the front, and then obviously the rear bumper has the curve up, and you have the wing, the Cobra wing that's made because you can't just put the hatch wing on here.
Right.
This is specific to coupe or a vert.
Yeah, and so the big thing there is that I was going to make a Cobra clone. I always wanted a 93 Cobra. By the way, it's cheaper to buy a 93 Cobra. I don't know how many people know this. I have 75 grand in this car. Part of it's the multiple motors. That definitely is part of it.
Yeah. The learning process.
Yeah, and the labor I paid other people and all that. But I was going to paint it one of the 3 Cobra colors. You know, the teal, the vibrant red, or the black. Tiffany, again, now this is where she came through like a champ. She was like, that'll be like every other Mustang. You love Carolina Tar Heels. Why don't you paint it Carolina blue? I'm like, she's a genius.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I think it suits the car. I think, well, you had the white and blue interior, so it kind of just goes with the theme, and why not do something different? I'm big for being different. I think anybody who follows me knows that I do my stuff different. I think this echoes it, and it helps promote the convertibles, because convertibles get a lot of flack. Like, we get it. They're squeaky, they're rattly, they leak, they're heavy, and you name it, the list goes on and on. But hey, we can put the roof down.
Absolutely. Although, I mean, yeah, I think convertibles are underappreciated. You've talked about it in your channel before.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the bulk of it. The only other things, you know, suspension, it's been lowered, Ibot Pro Kit. I'm on the Kona Yellows, softest setting. It rides great. You've ridden in it before.
Yeah, and you have a video on the suspension and going through that with Jen and Tiff and everybody,
Yeah, in fact, they could, if you go back to the beginning of my channel, you can still see the car when it's completely white and watch the entire transformation process if you wanted to. So that is all documented on YouTube, but I wanted to get it all in one video, and that's why I asked for you to be here.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Is there anything you don't like about the car, or anything you want to throw out there?
Yeah.
Or like, what would you do different? Like, we know you had hiccups with the motor. Mm-hmm. Are you ultimately happy with the paint, or future things? Like, will you touch the interior more or anything? Yeah,
the biggest thing I need to do, the future things, I'm glad you asked. It does need a heater core. I delayed the heater core because of course you can do it, but this interior, we've already touched on it. You know, look at this coloring. This is from the sun.
Yeah, right? And blue's it's almost as bad as the gray.
Yeah.
Because I think gray goes about 19 different, 50 shades.
Yeah. That's a plug, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, the carpet and the doors. So basically, when I pull the heater core out, I feel like that's a good opportunity to refresh the whole interior.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I probably will do. I'll probably remove the PDR. But for now, while I'm driving it, I think I'm gonna stay. No motor mods. You know, it's gonna stay exactly like it is. I'm just gonna enjoy driving it, and it's kind of done for a while. Yeah. Well, that's good. Sometimes you just got it, because if it's under the knife, you're not enjoying it. Yeah. It actually be stressful. It is. You know, I know there's there's a lot of people out there. I know you guys have projects, and you know, you just want to see them in paint. You want to see them one color. You want to be able to drive them down the road, and you know, you managed to achieve it. So why break it? Yeah, and I'll answer your other question too. The only thing that I would really do different about building it today is not read as many magazines, not listen to as many people, not get upsell. I love where it ended up, but I took a crazy road to get there, and I wish that I had just gone ahead with this vision of just, I want a loud Fox body that's lowered and looks cool. Yeah. And you can do that very cheaply. Well, absolutely. Well, there you guys go. If you know you have any questions, you can drop the comments down below. Matt will respond. Yep. And you know what? Great review. I think so. First time. Let them know. Hit the like button if you liked the review. First review of the channel. And or tell me it sucked. Make sure you subscribe to the Infamous Project. I'm holding him up from dinner here, guys. So. Yeah, no, it's all good, man. It's Fox body stuff, and the sun comes out, so it's almost like, you know what? You give up dinner for good Fox body content. There you go. And socializing. So yeah. Thanks again. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, notification, all that good stuff. I don't remember your outro 100%. That's okay. Do you want to do it? I could do it. I don't know. You can repeat after me. Okay. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. See you here next time on Gearhead 704. Nailed it. Subscribe to Gearhead 704. Now bring in the bloopers. You know what? I don't even think we have many bloopers. I don't think we have many bloopers. We don't. Man blue. Man blue. Get all the in here. Yeah. Man, what are you selling out of this car? Like, looks like. Man. Don't look inside. Hold on. I got it. That's why I got the windows tinted. Where's the LS? Not that one. It's a June blue car. All right. Enough of this guy. Get him out. Tell him one thing here real quick. Take the camera. I did ask her, no one ever reviews my car, okay? No one ever, so I'm gonna review it on my channel, but I didn't feel like I could do it. And Chris is my buddy, a lot of videos in Texas, we had a great time.
Yeah, we did.
And so I was like, Chris, come do a video of my car. So that's what's going on today. But anyway, he is reviewing my car, and I get to be finally what some of these people get, where you had in Texas.
No, absolutely.
I finally get to be the person that answers questions about my car.
It's weird when you review your own car.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
I already know everything about it, so you know.
yeah, so
So that's what we're doing here, but so I'm gonna let him take over and
Here
do
we
that.
go. Man blue.